Okay, good afternoon. Happy Friday, the middle of October. Again, we're just summarizing with my live online peeps that we did chest and things on Wednesday. So Cameron, that's a great one to, if you're bored over the next week or two to get that done. We're going to kind of repeat it in about a week and a half. It's a 10-part workout series, a chest with things, a back with things, a shoulder with things, arms with things. Then we'll have a nice good hard working day or a hip day. I'm going to flip a coin when we get there. And then we're going to repeat it, chest differently, back. So with this big old strength series. And when we do these things, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty about not being at the gym, but I do reflect on the tools that would be different. The load is intended to be high, so the numbers are lower, which is nice, but sometimes not really conducive for having light weights. But that's okay. Remember, load comes from physical weight and time under tension. But let's get warm. The warm-up is going to be a warm-up workout circuit. We've got 4 rounds of 50 exertion. Remember that word exertion? Mobility, agility, plyometrics, move, 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 move. It's noon for you guys. Somebody doing it recorded, it might be 6 a.m. We have 4 rounds of 50 exertion, and then we're going to do 4 different sets of abs. We also, including this circuit, have 5 total circuits today, so we got to get moving. All right, let's get moving. 50 exertion. Go ahead and get started because I know you guys know what to do. But you've got agility, butt kicks, high knees, jumping jacks. You've got bench taps. You've got mountain climbers. You've got ski hops. Those are all agility exercises. A little shorter, a little sweeter, a little quicker, a little quieter, a little bit of power, a little bit of impact, and for the most part, revolutions, unless you're doing the jumping jacks. Plyometrics, you got your jump squats, your split jumps, your burpees, your skater hops, your lateral bench hops. All of those things are a little bit bigger, a little more power, a little more impact, and those are normally reps. And then of course you have your mobility, standing scissors and standing runners and Jack LaLannes. So when I use that word exertion, by now we should all know what that means. 50 exertion is going to happen 4 times, making this circuit 200 exertions eventually. Round 1 is 25 sit-ups. Remember, sit-ups get a bad rap. We've been doing them for so many years. But you can change what you do your sit-up on. You could do them on the ground, on a ball, on a bench. You can have your feet wide, your feet narrow, or legs wide, legs narrow. You could have one leg straight, one leg bent. You could be on a decline board. 25 sit-ups is just the big version of your upper body moving on to your lower body. Again, you can play around with the exact position, but the motion is technically the same. So round 1 is 50 exertion. And of course, based on what you choose will determine the duration of the exercise. Agility, mobility, plyometric. And you have your 25 sit-ups. Don't go fast. Today there's going to be just enough change to keep your body brain stimulated, but everything's going to be pretty simple as we work through the day. 4 sets of 200 exertions. Round 1 is 25 sit-ups. Round 2 is 25 reverse crunches or hanging abs at the gym. Round 3 is 25 V-ups or jackknives if you're at the gym. And remember, I always asterisk that one. If you need to do toe touches, you can do toe touches. Just slow them down. And round 4 is your Supermans. So 4 sets of 50 exertion. 25 sit-up round 1. 25 reverse crunch round 2. 25 V-up round 3. 25 Supermans round 4. So I'll let you guys crush that warm-up workout circuit at your own pace, tempo, focus. Remember, everybody has different workout spaces. The equipment, mental spaces, what you've been doing this week, the last couple months, what your energy is like today. We're trying to wake up that body and brain because the next 2 circuits, it might feel a little slower, so I don't want you to fall back asleep. She didn't log in there. Nope, didn't log in. Alrighty, again, you guys are working. Should be well into this thing. You can do the same exertions. You can diversify your exertions, which would be beneficial. Again, agility are shorter, sweeter, quicker, quieter movements. You do create a little bit of power. You do have a little bit of impact. For the most part, they're revolutions, and they're always probably going to feel a little easier than your plyometrics. More power created, more impact yielded, bigger motions, normally reps. And of course, a lot of people do spend time on their mobility exercises. You get out of your office chair, right? You're gonna move the body. Doesn't need to be crazy to be considered an exertion exercise. Four sets of 50. And of course, you guys have been suffering with me at the gym the last, several weeks and months that you guys share your time. And when I'm here in Montana, you don't have to share your time. People always send me a message, oh, it's so nice to have you on screen the whole time. And of course, the recorded version, you can always push pause, fast forward, rewind. People at the gym, as you know, when I see you, we've eliminated these type of warm-ups. And it's not that they're bad. We really probably should keep doing these warm-ups. But most people walk in, they just want to get lifting or do other warm-ups. So anyhow, always want to get you out of the office, get you into the workout area. I talked about those sit-ups, right? They're all about body position. Reverse crunches really do 2 things. You can lay on the ground or bench. You can either have the isometric crunch position where my body, my head, my shoulders are up and I've contracted my abs, and then I really focus on that eccentric motion, but it is a concentric exercise technically. Or my body is down, and it's not that I give up and lay down. You're still staying engaged. It's just one has more activation or contraction, and the other has a little less. If you ever get your back, you can put your hands under your buns and or really focus on that engagement and flattening your back. Or you can slightly bend your knees, and that'll help out your back. If you get a lot of hip flexors, changing your feet, crossing your legs will help out with that. So there are a couple tools on the reverse crunch to make sure you're not getting your back, you're not getting your hips, and you're actually using your abs to move your legs. And that's round 2, 50 exertion and 25 reverse crunches. Round 3 has 50 exertion again. Again, you're moving your body, you're stimulating your soul. And then you always have that V up. And of course, if you're at the gym, you can do the jackknife if you want. That round 1 was an upper body motion sit up. The round 2 was the reverse crunch or hanging ab. So at the gym, I tend to push people to the jackknife. So it's an upper body motion ab. The V up would be upper body and lower body, the full body ab. And you always have the ability to do toe touches. If the V up bugs you, just make sure you slow them down. And V-ups, again, you have a couple different ways of doing them. You can be on the ground or bench. They could be a big sit-up V-up. They could be a big non-sit-up V-up. And then you see people on the bench, and they'll have, call it a W-up because your knees are bending, but you have a simplified version of a V-up. I didn't say easier. Because when you start getting your back and your hips and you're not using your abs, then it's not the right thing to do. So if you add subtle movements, you can change that V up to make it fit you. People accidentally get a little too small on the bench V up. Try to make it as big as you can make it. And then last but not least will be that Superman. We're getting that body ready, and I know Superman's not abs. Whenever I see new people, I'm like, oh, I want to do abs. Well, when the spine can move, and that's more than frontal plane, anterior motion, when it can arch back a little bit, when your spine can move, and all those muscles around your spine are strong, you're going to be able to do more abs, and you're able to do other things. So Superman's is a core exercise, swimmers is a core exercise, whereas sit-ups are an ab exercise. Anyhow, 4 rounds of 50 exertions to go with your 25 bigger ab core exercises. It's a 300 rep warm-up workout circuit. I wanted to wake your body up so the next 2 circuits you don't fall back asleep on. We then have a little thing to do between those circuits, and then there'll be a final circuit. And then both morning classes were done about that 52, 53 minute mark, which is pretty common for us. Clearly there's ways to be done before that if you need to be done before that. Now I am going to start talking about the next circuit. I don't expect you to be there. You know, you're going to hear it a couple more times. Live guys, you guys are used to this pace, and recorded, if you come this far, you're probably used to the pace too. And you know that you can always move on by pushing fast forward or pausing or rewinding, okay? The next circuit, when you get there, it would be cool if you had ankle weights on. You're not doing your hips or quads. It'd be cool if you had dumbbells to have on the ground. Maybe not quite as heavy as you would do a renegade row, because we're not doing renegade rows. We're going to do loaded swimmers. Oh, okay. We're going to be on prone, hands, knees position, because prone you can also lay on your stomach. We're going to be prone, hands, knees position. And if you have ankle weights on, and whether it's dumbbells or weight plates, you would have something to hold as you do your swimmer. And your mindset is upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, hamstrings, arms, shoulders. So it is your posterior, your chain. You'll hear that. But I want you to think more lat, trap, shoulder muscles, back muscles turning on, which is why I'm trying to grab your attention on the loaded swimmer. Ankle weights, I definitely know you all have weights to hold on to, so if you don't have ankle weights, that's fine. I definitely want you to hold weights in your hands, and your mindset is a ton of work. And of course, Stella has already done the chest shoulder version of the series, and Gopal did the chest version on Wednesday. Call this the activation muscle circuit. You're going to do 30, 24, 18, 12, 6, which are numbers that are familiar on your alternating heavy loaded prone swimmers. Your combo, we're going to warm up our legs like yesterday, Stella. We got 15 regular squats round 1 with weights, 15 wide squats round 2 with weights, 15 narrow squats round 3 with weights. I'm going to change your legs. Today, all legs are going to be 15, including the other circuits. So that'd be an easy number to remember. All right, I hope you guys are getting close to being ready. Your loaded time under tension, physical weight, motion. Your loaded prone swimmers, 30 total alternating, is 15 each side, and we're going to go down by 6 total movements, or 3 each side. Ankle weights would be awesome. It's okay if you don't, but I know all of you have weights you could hold on to. Now these are 5-pound plates and 10-pound dumbbells, and I know Cameron has some heavier weights. This isn't supposed to be super heavy, but I wouldn't mind some heavier weights as you can. Don't lose a lot of motion, but you are thinking a loaded exercise. If you were at the gym, you guys would all be on that seated machine lat pull down that we can alternate them on. However, this potentially could turn on way more muscles when you're talking about your posterior chain. 30, 24, 18, 12, and 6 on your loaded prone swimmers. Round 1, weight is up on your body for your 15 regular squats. Round 2, weight will be down between your legs on your 15 wide squats. Round 3, the weight can be up or down, but in some ways I don't mind if it's down because it can help you produce more motion on your 15 narrow squats. We'll have ball squats if you have a stability ball. If not, we'll do regular squats again. And we'll have our stiff-legged RDLs. 5 different 15 loaded dynamic hip, glute, quad, hamstring, legs. Turning those muscles on because we have more work to do. Again, I know live, you guys can always ask questions. I want to use the word simple. These are simple circuits, just 2 set circuits. However, I added some complexity mentally so we can keep the body and brain going. Tempo is going to feel low because I'm creating a little change. Round 1, 30 prone loaded swimmers, 15 regular squats. Don't be in a hurry. Round 2 is 24 loaded prone swimmers. Then you'll do your 15 wide squats. You guys are probably all in one of those 2 rounds. Round 3, when you get there, will be your 18 total prone loaded swimmers with your 15 narrow squats. I'll talk about it more when you get there. Maybe it's nice having me on screen more when I'm here. Maybe it's too confusing. And those loaded prone swimmers, as you have been doing them, you probably have already felt it's hard to replicate that exact motion, right? You might find yourself kind of deviating and having subtle movement changes. And that's okay. As you've gotten into it, I do want you to try to reach out a little bit or reach in a little bit. It's not that I want you to go super wide outside your body, but it's okay to play with where that weight went, legs and arms. So maybe it's a little more narrow neutral, maybe it's a little bit more wider. Just play with them a little bit. It doesn't need to be exactly precise. I don't want you wiggling and wobbling all over the place, but try to play with that a little bit. And you're going to feel, ooh, that was a stronger position, or ooh, that was a weaker position, or ooh, I was more balanced there, or oh, I was less balanced there. So it's okay to feel those differences as the weights move around. 30, 24, 18, 12, and 6 on your loaded prone swimmers. Ankle weights would be awesome. Hard to make everybody have those. weights in hands are very possible, and as comfortably heavy as you can make it. I wouldn't think it'd be super heavy, but add weight as you can. Round 1, again, weighted, loaded, 15 regular squats. Round 2 is 15 wide squats. Round 3 is 15 narrow squats. Round 4, if you have the tool of a stability ball, ball against the wall, stability ball squats. If you don't, you can repeat your regular or wide squats. And round 5 will be your stiff-legged RDLs. The booty, 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 butt, 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 posture, posture, posture. Good hamstrings, good back, good buns on the stiff-legged RDLs. And then after this, the workout gets pretty quick. The 300 movement warm-up workout circuit. The bigger, harder, heavier prone swimmers going with the turning on your muscles squats. Oh, how do you guys sucker Nana into all this stuff?
We got pumpkins.
Perfect. Are you guys gonna draw on them?
Pinky, and she wrote us a note and her birthday.
Whoa!
That's how is if you look up in the night sky, you just may see me flying it. My birthday is August 14th.
Ooh,
Day before yours. No, he doesn't have a note.
Oh, you don't know? Oh.
No, yeah, but he made his birthday up.
On my birthday.
It's his
Right.
birthday.
So he's 6.
All right, bye. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Go enjoy.
Okay.
Stop making Nana buy random things.
Okay. We're gonna go to Ryan's tonight for her birthday. Okay.
I'll send this recording to my mom when she does it later on. Stop buying random things. We'll have the Nana, right? Nana's gonna go buy the treats, spoil the children. All right, just want to make sure you guys are in it, doing it. Again, if I'm annoying you, push mute. If you know what to do, rock and roll. If you're at the gym, I would give you the alternating lat pull downs, and the benefit of that is I can control the load. It's the same motion, so there's great things about that. However, this loaded prone swimmer is really, really good. So both are very good things. Everybody is doing the squat progression, the regular squat, the wide squat, the narrow squat, the ball squat, if you have it. If not, repeat one of your squats. And then the stiff-legged RDL, getting your muscles ready, because the next couple circuits get a little quicker. We'll have lower reps for back, same reps for our individual legs, you'll see. All the good things. Last time you'll hear it. Those alternating, loaded, prone swimmers. Upper back, middle back, lower back glutes. Of course, you're going to get some hamstrings. Probably get some shoulders and triceps. I don't mind that, especially when we're doing it for mobility on a warm-up or exercise. But today we're really trying to think about those back muscles, your muscles on your shoulder blades, your spinatus muscles, your lats, your traps, your rhomboids, your teres major, teres minor, all those back muscles for posture, support, and load. And when you do alternating exercises, it helps you maintain load with that motion. 30, 24, 18, 12, 6 total movements. I'm going to give you about one more minute, not necessarily to finish it off, But before I start talking about the next circuit, you're always more than welcome to let me know. I'm just going off of timing that I've been doing this morning. It also depends on the weight you get to use and the workout space you're in. Even that first circuit, whether you did mobility, agility, or plyometrics, getting on and off the ground a couple times. I am going to start talking about the next circuit. I don't expect you to be there. But I want you to get your space ready and your mind wrapped around the lat pullovers that you've done a million times. Lat pullovers or lat pull downs. They're going to be 5 sets of 6 to 8 reps. So that's pretty low reps for a lat pullover based on possible load that you do or don't have. Lat pullovers, you can lay on the ground, you can lay on a ball, or you can lay on a bench. If you're laying on something that's elevated, remember that's a good thing and not only a bad thing, but a mindful thing that you might get more motion than you would if you were on the ground. And again, that could be a really good thing, but also be mindful that there is no stopping point versus laying on the ground. Your lat pullovers are 5 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Load, heavy, slow, mindful. The downside is you're going to be getting on and off whatever it is you're laying on. So if that does incentivize you to lay on the stability ball or bench, do it. If you do want to lay on the ground, awesome. Lat pullovers, 5 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Your split squats preferred, or you can do stationary forward lunges, are always going to be right leg 15 and only right leg 15. Round 1 is either lightweight or no weight. Round 2 is a little heavier. Round 3 is right arm, right leg. Round 4 is left arm, right leg. And round 5 is the heaviest but safest situation possible. And we've done weight progressions before. Your right leg is always 15. It's either split squat preferred or stationary forward lunge. 5 sets of 6 to 8 lat pullovers. 5 sets of right leg 15. I'm going to make sure you get through that weight progression. Now, I know you might be looking at the clock. I definitely want you to get the 2 circuits done, but there's supposed to be an ab middle. Notice how I'm going to start talking. Tempo's going to go up. Rhythm's going to go up. Lat pullovers is a longer motion and you got to get on and off the ground. However, your split squats is technically a smaller motion. Don't go too fast and we'll have more work to do anyways. When you do your split squats, or stationary forward lunges, round 1 is body weight or lightweight, 15. Round 2 is a little heavier. Round 3 is right arm, right leg. Round 4 is left arm, right leg. And round 5 is at the heaviest situation, but safe situation possible. I do want you to turn up the dial. I don't want you to move fast. I don't want you to lift fast. Familiar movements, lat pullovers. Controlled smaller movements of split squats and stationary forward lunges. Turn the dial up. When this circuit's over, I'll give you a choice of getting the left side circuit done immediately if you're short on time, or you'll have a, I don't want to say quick, but a simple core circuit in the middle that would separate the circuits. You know, you always have adjustments to that. But I do want you to turn the dial up. Mute me if you know what to do and I'm confusing you. Ask questions if you are lost. Again, one more time. 5 sets of 6 to 8 lat pullovers. load, heavy, long, reaching, laying on the ground, laying on a ball, laying on a bench. 5 sets of right leg 15, either split squats or stationary forward lunges. Split squats is preferred. You've got your body weight or lightweight round 1 15, a little heavier round 2 15, right arm, right leg 15, left arm, right leg 15, and the heaviest, safest situation possible. Tempo increase, rhythm, pace, intensity increase. Don't lose motion and don't lose focus. Please. Rhythm. Turn that music on, whatever it is you got to do, crank it up. Carry as much weight as you can carry, however you can hold the most weight on that lat pullover. Safely, of course. Dumbbells, hold those things. Milk jugs, 2 milk jugs, babies. Car seats with a baby in it. Dogs. You'll Google lat pullovers and you'll see you and I doing it. Lots of good motion, controlled weight. And you'll also see bodybuilders holding a 135-pound dumbbell and they're laying perpendicular on the bench and they've got this huge motion. You're like, that's not a lat pullover, but it is. Chest flies and lat pullovers, your motion is adjusted to the load you have, but they're not bending and straighten their elbows. That's an overhead tricep. And of course, they're doing 30 sets of lats to make their lats look big, and so it's a way to diversify their lats. We're using it for motion and a lat exercise. Apologies, Sally, I just got a message. Hope you guys are all having okay connection issues. I know this can be limiting here, even though I'm on Wi-Fi. I try to turn off all of the things around me. And that's why when I'm here, I really try to repeat myself over and over so you guys understand it. And again, ignore me as you wish. You guys are in this circuit of lat pullovers and the right leg weight progression circuit. We'll have a middle circuit between this one and the next one if you have time. If not, you'll hear options of just getting to that left side circuit. We have that 300 rep movement abs exertion to start your workout. Those loaded prone swimmers to turn on all those posterior muscles to go with your squats. The last circuit will be our traps and our left leg. But again, based on what I've seen this morning, we have no problem getting it done. But if you're short on time, there's ways to adjust. Now I am going to start talking about the next circuit. It doesn't take very long. I don't want you to do it quickly. And if you need to move on to the last circuit because you're short on time, I'll give you all that information too. Please make sure you get done with the 5 sets of 6 to 8 lat pullovers. Super low reps for us at home. The 5 sets of right leg 15 split squats or stationary forward lunges with the weight progression that we have done before. When you get done, we've got 5 different 20 ab cores that I'm going to give you. Again, it doesn't take very long, but if you don't have time, I'll start talking about the other circuit as well. When you get done with this circuit, you'll have your 20 ab scissors, your 20 ab runners, your 20 windshield wipers, your 20 Russian twists, and your 20 horizontal scissors. You're going to do that so you can kind of get out of that circuit, re-engage that core, and then move on to the last part, which is part of this whole rhythm of my workout series. If you don't have time to do the 100 abs core, you're going to be moving on to your trap rows and your left leg. Your trap rows will have a rep range of 8 to 12. Again, a little bit more than what you did on the lats, but for the most part, lower reps. On your trap rows, dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, TRXs, machines, cables, right? You have different tools. You can change your hands on your trap rows, but don't change what your trap row is. But I wouldn't mind if you diversified your hands during your trap rows. So, if you're going to do the abs core, I'm going to list that here in a second. You'll be on the ground for your abs core. If you don't have time to do it, you're going to move on to the trap row left leg circuit. And the trap rows are 5 sets of 8 to 12 to go with your left leg, always 15 weight progression. The abs core circuit, if you have time, you're going to be on the ground. 20 ab scissors laying on the ground. 20 ab runners laying on the ground. 20 core windshield wipers laying on the ground. 20 Russian twists sitting on the ground or bench if you want to. And 20 on your, I missed one, iso penguins and your horizontal scissors. So it's 20 ab scissors. You've done that a million times. 20 ab runners. You've done that a million times. 20 windshield wipers. 20 Russian twists. Oh, there's 6 of them. I've been saying 5 all morning. Friday brain. 20 scissors, 20 runners, 20 windshield wipers, 20 Russian twists, 20 iso penguins, and 20 on your horizontal scissors. 120 reps, not 100 reps. 6 sets, not 5 sets. But again, at any time, if you need to move on to that left leg circuit, move on. I'll tell you more about it soon. But you're all probably getting to this point somewhere. 20 ab scissors, 20 ab runners, 20 windshield wipers, 20 Russian twists, 20 iso penguins, and 20 horizontal scissors. Not meant to be done quickly, and if you're doing them, you probably already feel them burning. Like, that's a lot of abs core. And as Stella knows, if you need to do a couple of them and move on to the next circuit, do a couple of them, move on to the next circuit. Nothing will imbalance you about not completing all the abs core. You did 100 earlier during your warm-up. Here's another 120 now. Again, one more time on the abs core. 20 ab scissors. 20 ab runners. You're laying on the ground. 20 horizontal, wow, brain. 20 windshield wipers. You're laying on the ground. 20 Russian twist. You're sitting on your bum. 20 iso penguins. You're laying on the ground. 20 horizontal scissors. You're sitting on your bum. When you get done with that, and or if you can't get it all done, your last circuit is 5 sets of 8 to 12 trap rows. And I would like you to mix up your hands during your trap rows. You could do neutral trap rows, middle lower back, open trap rows, it goes lower down your traps, closed trap rows, it can go up your traps. So changing your hands does change the activation on your traps. 5 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Your left leg split squat or stationary forward lunge, always 15. Body weight or lightweight round 1. A little heavier weight round 2. Left arm, left leg round 3. Right arm, left leg round 4. And the heaviest, safest situation possible. Now again, recorded, you might be like, holy geez. You can pause, you can adjust. I know it's probably annoying. Live online, just making sure you guys hear it, know it, do it. And when you get done with that ab core circuit, or maybe you've already been done with it, mute me if you need to, your final circuit of the day. 5 sets of 8 to 12 trap rows. At home, you might have a TRX. You might have kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells. Those low reps is load, time under tension, physical weight, body position. Change your hands. Mix up your hands, but don't change how you row. You could mentally think neutral rows as middle lower traps. Opening those hands up can go down your traps. Closing your hands can go up your traps. So you can mix up your hands. 5 sets of 8 to 12. You've got your left leg split squat and or stationary forward lunge, always 15 weight progression. And again, just like earlier, body weight or lightweight round 1, a little heavier round 2, left arm, left leg round 3, right arm, left leg round 4, and the heaviest, safest situation possible. I will be turning off that recording here in a minute. I do not expect you to be done if you're doing this recorded. Hopefully you didn't have to push pause too many times. I still get about, if I let a workout sit up for a month, well, they all sit up there, but if I check on this workout in about a month, it has about 14 to 18 views. You know, and I don't assign them that much. And of course, if you like the text I sent you yesterday, I sent you some pretty old workouts as backups. So when I do miss a workout, I don't send a lot of recent workouts. I know past clients are still using the YouTube version wherever they live, which is cool. When you get done, you know my request. Hydrate, stretch, focus, best time to nourish, best time to stretch. If you have energy, it's best time to burn those calories. You've already burned off all that sugar. You've already tapped into those muscles and the enzyme called lipase. It's a fat burning, muscle building enzyme. So trying to lose weight, trying to tighten it up, whatever it is, trying to prevent soreness, a little cardio would be efficient. Stretching would be great for your flexibility and elongation of muscles. Blood flow so you decrease soreness. Getting that water and nourishment in your body will absorb more after a workout. And then of course it's Friday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend when you get done. Kind of one of those odd weekends in the early part of fall. Go to the pumpkin patch. Get your Halloween decorations on. Anyhow, happy Friday. I'm not logging off live, just turning off the recording.